We spend a lot of time in our careers to earn money, but nobody's taught us on how to manage that money, how to protect the wealth, how to grow that wealth. I have known people who have started at similar salary levels, but now their financial positions are very different because of choices that they made at some point of time. Tata Motors इतना गिर गया, बोल रहा है इतना पैसा डाला हुआ है मैंने, उसमें लाखों का इन्वेस्टमेंट है, बहुत लॉस हो गया, अब क्या करूँ? डू यू नो कि आज क्या हुआ है? इन्वेस्टमेंट जो वैल्यू है वो गिरा नहीं है, it's not come down. You've invested so much and you are not even knowing the basics about that company. You are eventually gambling.
Bull market or bear market?
Bull market.
Stocks or mutual funds?
Stocks.
Market is crashing tomorrow. What's the first thing that you would do?
Sell off. A flywheel effect. Like something, you do more of that, love it even more. The best way to learn will be to investing a bit in everything. Our education system doesn't give a lot of exposure. It's a journey. It's a continuous journey.
Of managing your own money. Hello and welcome to another episode of JCL podcast Bindas Bowl Season 2, where we take you to the stories of people who make JioMart. And today we have a very special guest, Mr. Kinnar Majithia from the General Merchandising team. Welcome to the show, Kinnar.
Hi, good morning.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much.
We'll start with how does your day look like, and as Shatadal says, where do you draw your energy from?
So, typical day, it starts off in the morning, a working day. So, I prepare myself for moving to office. Takes about an hour and a half in the morning. During the drive, I make it a point to listen to the news, a number of podcasts which I have, bookmarked. All revolves around knowing about the market sessions that open typically at around 9:15. NDTV Profit, CNBC 18, those are the channels which I largely hear while I'm driving. Once I reach office, I get into my work, and once I'm home with the family, and switch off from everything else then.
Making the best use of the time while you're driving. I mean, that's one of the best things one can do with Mumbai traffic.
Many a times it's about 2 hours to my home, so I have to make the best use of that time. That's true.
That's wonderful. So, again, where you draw your energy from, that one thing that is actually passionate about?
Investing is something that I love a lot. Trading is something that I love a lot. And that started many years back. It was an acquired thing. I never was interested in finance as a subject, honestly. And even my master's, I pursued MBA, and that was in the marketing stream. One of the reasons I pursued marketing was because I didn't want to get into finance. But there were triggers that pushed me towards finance, and I started loving that subject because it started giving me an understanding of how the economy is working, what is my role, how is the corporate fitting into the entire economy, and how everything is moving around. It gives us a very good understanding of how things work. And hence, it got me intrigued a lot. And it's been a pretty long time, and I still love that subject a lot. So it's purely out of love for the subject that I keep pursuing that, and that's where the energy comes in. It's kind of a flywheel effect. You like something, you do more of that.
Absolutely.
And you love it even more. So that's
wonderful.
Yeah.
And so, what motivates you to talk about personal finance and investing today?
So honestly, it is a very bland subject. To most of us, it's a subject which we try to avoid because of the way in which we've been brought up. Our education system doesn't give a lot of exposure on how we manage our personal finance. And because of that, we don't understand it well. We also start fearing the things which we don't understand. And over the years, I have realized that there have been so many colleagues, so many friends and family members who have worked so hard to earn money, but then they just don't know what their money is doing for them. We spend a lot of time in our careers to earn money, but nobody's taught us on how to manage that money, how to protect the wealth, how to grow that wealth. I have known people who started at similar salary levels at one point of time, but now their financial positions are very different because of the choices that they made at some point of time in terms of investing, or perhaps the choices they didn't make. Okay, in their early 20s and early 30s, I have gone through a very difficult learning curve because I didn't have any mentorship. It relieves me out of a lot of stress. It gives me a lot better control, and also gives me choices. Say, for example, if I have to switch a job, if I have to take a break, if there is some medical emergency that I need to take care of. Personal finance, it shouldn't be a difficult thing or something to be afraid of. It should in fact be a life skill that everybody should acquire. It requires patience, and eventually it should lead to developing a framework of investing.
Absolutely. I'm sure people would be encouraged after today's podcast. But before we dive deeper into this, I have a set of questions. It's a rapid fire.
Okay.
So you have to answer the first thing that is coming to your mind.
Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah. Shall we start?
Yeah. Let's start.
Bull market or bear market?
Bull market.
Stocks or mutual funds?
Stocks.
Market related movies or book that you actually enjoyed?
Inside Job was about 2008 recession. It was a very good documentary. The Big Short, focusing on Michael Burry's tactics used around the economic recession. And Scam 92 is a very good one. Yes. Entertaining.
And a book?
Book, The Bible, Intelligent Investor. It's a fantastic book. Very good frameworks, absolutely, for investing.
And if market is crashing tomorrow, what's the first thing that you would do?
Sell off. Whatever positions you have, sell off. If you feel that it's going to be a long drawback downwards, sell off, because you get very good opportunities later on to invest again.
You got a hot stock tip from a friend. So trust or block?
No, listen to it. Figure out what company it is.
But it's a very good friend.
Even if it's a very good friend, understand at what technical levels that is, and then make a decision.
Spoken like an intelligent investor. And one term you think is overused?
People say they are investing when they are doing stocks, but it's basically trading. Even I have learned it the hard way that investing is very different as compared to trading.
Interesting. Can you just elaborate a bit on this, that how it is different?
When I speak with my colleagues or friends, and when they talk about, okay, this is the stock that they are tracking, you come to know that, okay, they are possibly looking at it because it's a fad. Data centers is a fad today. EVs has been a fad for some time. They are still talking about a time frame of about a few months, 6 months maybe, not beyond that. Whereas investing is not at all about that. Investing is about understanding the fundamentals of the company and looking at it from a multi-year perspective.
So you are an investor or trader?
No, I am a trader. Investing is something that I leave up to the fund managers. I'm not able to obviously spend a lot of time in that. So they do maybe 14 to 16 hours in a day. Fund houses have access to a lot of information.
Yes.
They have a very holistic view. Very okay to pay a fee to them.
The role of mutual funds come into picture.
Absolutely. I have colleagues whom I had spoken to. They gave me examples of the trades that they are doing. And I asked them, okay, why this company? In fact, the question came to me from a colleague saying that, अरे आज Tata Motors इतना गिर गया. बोला हाँ तो बोल रहा है इतना पैसा डाला हुआ है मैंने उसमें, लाखों का इन्वेस्टमेंट है. बोला ओके. सो ही इज लाइक बहुत लॉस हो गया, अब क्या करूं, यू हैव एनी सजेशन? बोला डू यू नो कि आज क्या हुआ है? वो इन्वेस्टमेंट जो वैल्यू है वो गिरा नहीं है, इट्स नॉट कम डाउन. there's a split that has happened in Tata Motors. The passenger vehicle and the commercial vehicle scripts have split. So technically दिख रहा है कि it is its value has come down, but उसका inherent value is still there. Oh, बच गया. You've invested so much and you are not even knowing the basics about that company. The next question was, why invested in company? EV grow कर रहा है, बहुत सारी कार्स दिखती है EV की. अरे टाटा मोटर्स एंड उसमें EV का परसेंटेज कितना है? सेकंड, if you understand Tata Motors as a company, around 70 to 75% of its revenue comes from JLR. Okay, उसका और इंडिया के इंडिया में जो उनके कार्स का सेल है, उसका the entire skew is towards JLR का सेल. Any thing that happens towards JLR, your chip shortages, your tariffs, creates a massive impact on Tata Motors. So if you don't know about the company or you have a very limited understanding, please, my suggestion is please leave it to the fund managers.
What is the most common myth that about investing that people have, you believe?
Like I said, and it's been with me as well, that investing is trading is investing. That's the myth. Okay, they feel that they are investing, but what they are really doing is trading. So I started off, and it's a very funny story, that when I started off, I used to see, okay, the bigger companies, okay, Asian Paints, Reliance, Infosys, TCS, daily movement, 0.5%, 1%, drawdown by 1%, over a month, kuch 1%, 2% growth. I was like, this is not exciting. Then there were very small scripts to increase every day by 5%. Upper circuit. So ये तो बहुत बढ़िया है. इसमें, I mean, why are people not investing in this? ठीक है, मैं भी सोचता था investing है. And then करो, you buy that. It's sometimes it's in the upper circuit, so you don't get into that. वो आप order place करके किसी दिन मिल गया.
Yes.
एक दिन 5% बढ़ा, 2 दिन 5%. Like it is so easy. And why are people not investing into this? क्यों नहीं है? Because you see the number of orders that are there for those kind of scripts versus the number of orders that are there for large caps or mid caps. फिर लोअर सर्किट लेना चालू हो जाता है. अरे गड़बड़ हो गया, अभी निकलो. निकलने मिलता नहीं है because there are no buyers.
Yes.
गेन मिला 10%, गिर गया 40%. फिर मुश्किल से किसी दिन निकल गए, उसके बाद ऊपर जाना चालू हुआ. इवेंचुअली क्या हुआ? यू बॉट एट अ हाई, यू सोल्ड एट अ लो. एब्सोल्युटली इनवर्स ऑफ हाउ यू शुड बी इन्वेस्टिंग. बाय एट अ लो, सेल एट अ हाई. सो देन समझ में आ गया, भाई ये तो गड़बड़. अब समझ में आ रहा है कि लोग इसमें क्यों नहीं जाते. सो ट्रेडिंग है, इन्वेस्टमेंट है, ये this is a myth.
For somebody who has never invested before, where should they begin? And also, see, there are so many options available. There are stocks, mutual funds, ETFs, crypto, and FD also. So, how do you suggest a beginner?
It is much easier now as compared to how it was when I started my journey. There was very less information, so very difficult to dig out information. But the best way to go about in understanding how to start their journey would be to watch a lot of videos on YouTube, because videos come with infographics. They are able to catch your attention, but then people need to figure out which are fundamentally good videos, which are educational videos, and they need to start off from there. If it's a novice or an amateur, then they need to understand basic things about, what is a P&L, what is a balance sheet, how do companies perform, which industries they are into. If you're talking about one particular industry, which are the companies in that industry. So I'm talking again about investment point of view.
I think that is the fundamental.
Absolute fundamental.
Until unless you don't know, though, you'll never enjoy.
Yeah.
It'll always be like you hear something from someone and then you're like, let me buy this.
Correct.
Or
correct.
Other measures like quickest abhi IPO hai. Somebody's telling you, "Achha, ye IPO chalo le lo." And then that too luck, you get it. That's quick money. But in the long term, it's not, you're not getting any fundamental learning from there.
Fundamental learning will come through reading, through listening, and it will come through fundamental sources only.
And top 3 undervalued stock that you think one can invest in? This question is actually for me.
There are a few stocks which I keep repeatedly buying. So I'll not say that they are maybe undervalued today, but some of my favorite ones which I keep repeatedly trading into, one is Freedom Pharma. So if I look at its growth over the past 10 years, the earnings per share has been consistently increasing every quarter, and so has been the price per share. And it's got a very textbook-like growth in that. And the reason that we see that it's been growing is they are diversifying very well. Bombay Stock Exchange, BSE, is one stock which I keep repeatedly trading because it reflects the overall market growth.
Yes.
So sometime it goes into overvalued and I sell it off. It comes down, I buy. So it's been one of the better ones. A couple of more which I personally like are Sky Gold, which is into B2B gold business, and it's got a very beautiful clientele. One which I have also loved a lot is BLS International, although it's got a bit of problems currently.
Yes.
With the MEA, but these are the stocks which I have.
I incurred loss in that.
BLS, even I had, because it came out suddenly. But just on Friday, there was a New Delhi High Court verdict that they have overruled the MEA ban onto them, and hence it started moving on Friday or Thursday, I think. But for the long term, it's a good business.
Okay, so with the new year coming around, how do you suggest that, how does a beginner go ahead with his financial planning journey?
People can start their financial journey at any point of time. Today is also a very good day to start off with. My suggestion is strongly start understanding the subject a lot better. I keep doing that via a few things which I mentioned earlier. Finance news is something which I follow every day religiously. That gives me an understanding कि market में हो क्या रहा है, which companies are into what, उनके साथ हो क्या रहा है. Second, fundamentals देखना है, so there is so much content available, say from Zerodha, from Grow. They've got educational videos which explain the basics of the industry, investing and everything. वो करना चाहिए. Books है, there are a number of books I mentioned. Investing के लिए books जो है, that's something that they can refer.
Top 3 books.
At least Intelligent Investor जैसा है, it's something which will help them bust the myth between investing and trading. Shankar Nath is one person who is an analyst whose videos I follow regularly. He explains fundamentals very well. In fact, he has given a very good framework in identifying multi-baggers. How you use screeners to identify multi-baggers, which, say for example, Trent was a multi-bagger today. Vaisa, how you catch them early, which are the ones you catch them early and how. It's completely based on fundamental analysis.
I think screener also, because I personally enjoy using screener. There you can pick any company, you can see the pairs, how they are doing, and then you can pick the con call, the scripts are there, and then PPT is the annual. I mean, that's wonderful.
Screener is a very wonderful tool. It will give you very good details about the fundamentals of a company. But then there are, say 5,000 or more than 5,000 companies, which are the ones that you should look into. So then there are conditions. Just say out of 5,000, maybe you will narrow down your list to about 20 companies, and they can grow really big in the next 10 years or so. So you can put in those conditions, and it'll throw the output in form of companies. So basically, coming back to what the listeners can benefit, try and put in money into different kinds of funds, because the moment you put in a bit of your investment in different scenarios, you put in your skin into the game, you will track that. If you don't have any investment, you will not track that. And to understand, say after 10 years or 15 years, what will work for you, you will know only when you have been continuously tracking it for over a period of time. So have some money for trading if you are confident about it. Depends on your appetite. If you're not very confident, thoda chota leke rakho, but keep tracking kya ho raha hai. Then you will start following that company, क्यों हो रहा है, क्या है. कुछ म्यूचुअल फंड्स में स्मॉल कैप में है, मिड कैप में है, लार्ज कैप है.
Any percent that you like to give, like कितना percent इसमें रहना चाहिए, इतना percent should be part of your.
So if the risk appetite is not very high, stick to mid cap, large cap. So multi cap again is another fund which I'd recommend, because usme the fund managers have the flexibility of shifting between mid cap, large cap, small cap, because depending upon the market scenario. Aaj ke date mein small caps are falling, large caps are doing well, so the fund managers do adjust accordingly. So personally, I because it's for the long term, I do it in mid caps and small caps majorly, because I know I'm not going to look at that for 5 years, 7 years, and over a period of time that's going to give good returns. But people can invest in that in mutual funds, some in debt funds. There are corporate bonds also which you can purchase. So put in say 10% everywhere, figure out what is working over a period of 2 years, 3 years. You will understand those areas pretty well. Why is that worked? What has been the cycle around that? Everything is cyclical. Then people can also look at ETFs for gold and silver, because once you are investing them over a period of time, it averages out, and then you are only going to benefit once it rises, and once it falls, you're still buying it. So that's another one. If people are comfortable with crypto, then instead of chasing meme coins, Bitcoin or Ethereum is something that they should look at. But if you are not very comfortable with crypto, please avoid it, because it's not so regulated and hence
Risky.
But then I am into it purely from the perspective so that I can learn about it. So I don't have, it's curiosity, and I have a very limited investment into that. Not much, and it's only from the learning perspective. So the best way to learn will be to start investing a bit in everything, keep a track of everything, give it time to play out, rather than keep looking at it every single day, because that's not going to give you an idea. It's only going to create panic. Look at it from a longer horizon terms.
Give it more time and patience.
Give it more time. So one other thing which I do, in fact, two things, and I'm very sure that everybody will benefit out of that. Are you investing in your own name? Okay, you have a salary, you have your income, you are paying tax. If you can do it jointly with, say, a family member, a retired family member who doesn't have an income, all right, you're doing with them, the income, the profit that you earn out of that goes into their income. There is a tax-free slab. If if the profit is in that slab, you're not going to pay tax. So that's a straightforward 25-30% saving on that. So that's what I do. So look at that angle also very seriously, because that's a good amount of saving done on tax that you can do. IPO, there are ways and means in which people can earn from IPO, and it's purely a lottery. Okay, there's information available on the internet. There is a very good app that I use, IPO Premium, which gives me the gray market price of the IPO that is going to list. Say, for example, Grow and Meesho, both which I'm giving, these are the recent examples, but I've been doing this for the past many years. दोनों में मुझे लगा, I got one lot of each and I benefited from both of that. Okay, but again, in both cases, because their gray market premium was handsome enough, hence I had invested in that. And it was only from the perspective of listing gains. जैसे ही listing होता है in a day or two, I figure out it is settled down at a price, if it's good enough, sell it off. So it is a lottery, absolutely a lottery. There are many subscribers, किसको लगता है, किसको नहीं लगता है. How you maximize your number in that lottery is not by applying multiple lots from that same account, but if you have, say, family members, and if they have their trading accounts, apply one lot from each. Okay, so I do that. I have 5 accounts from which I apply. The probability of one lot lagna from one account versus one lot from 5 accounts is high. So, say for example, Grow का लगा था, एक account में लगा था, Meesho का दूसरे account से था. So it diversifies, but then वो lottery वाला system है, you increase your odds by 5 times.
Correct.
So IPO fundamental analysis is very important for that if you want to hold it. But if you are confident कि okay, this is going to give you listing gains, please apply for it. Please apply from multiple accounts. Listing gains से आपको 15,000 का usually main board वाला IPO का रहता है. 30-40% भी अगर आ जाता है,
easy money.
Multi-thousand, easy money. It's absolutely easy money. So that's something I would recommend only from the perspective of listing gains.
We had an insightful conversation today, Kinnar. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you, Rajashree. I just hope that the listeners, they are able to benefit from this in terms of start and figure out that the framework that they can use or develop to start off their investment journey if they have not yet started, or maybe look at it from the perspective of refining it and improve at it, and benefit and learn in the entire journey. It's a journey. It's a continuous journey
of managing your own money. I hope today's episode would be beneficial to our listeners. Until next time, signing off, Rajashree. मुझे यहीं देखना है ना?
हाँ, यहीं देखना है।
तो हम तो देखते हैं।
नहीं,
अच्छा ठीक है.